The disco ball is in a slow rotation, emanating, cascading showers of multicolored light throughout the roller rink. I watched this little black boy in full afro stand and then pirouette in the middle of the floor. He is majestic, floating, now surrounded within a swirl of skaters rolling on the hardwoods. He is as lovely as a swan enclosed within the reeds. Yet it seems he was alone. Yes, it seems we were alone, just he and I in loneliness. See, some church folks say he gay. They say they know from the sway in his hips. They say when kids leave him beaten, teased, and called names on schoolyards, it's just child's play. How could words hurt? But if words truly hold no power, then why do they pray on Sundays? This was his introduction to judgment. This poor child. They wanted him to void his vibrancy, diminish his light, to train him to paint in faded silhouettes and muted rainbows, his invitation to hold shame and bury it forever. And though I never really knew you, I also was a black boy who knew loneliness too well. I wanted to scream, do not accept their version of you. And I tried to speak, but I could not utter a sound. It would be the last time I ever left someone in need. Roller boy, wherever you are in the world today, I want you to know I've thought of you every day since the day I saw you stand and then pirouette in the middle of the floor. You were majestic, floating, now surrounded within the swirl of skaters rolling on the hardwoods. You are as lovely as a swan enclosed within the reeds. And yes, I prayed for you so that you would never be alone. Arm in arm, together they sang, some in tones slightly off key, yet striking a perfect pitch within. They sang before him, their fallen mahogany prince, as he lay in state, caressed by sweet smelling flowers that draped across his chest. And even in death, he was noble. He was beautiful. Struck down in a hell of man made lightning and thunder, struck down by the envy of another denied soul. Yes, it was all too soon, and thus the lesson would begin. Within a newly found faith or a newly found fear, the songstress wails her haunting redemptions, a plea for deep almond eyes now weeping. Let them convey this pain so deeply rooted. Let them speak of this loss in warning. Yes, Lord is heard. My God is cried. For the sheer thin veil of invincibility has been removed and death is here. See, I hear your talk, youngin'. I see your strong strut, youngin'. But I'm a poet. I search souls. I search behind your threatening postures and menacing faces, your masks worn in deception. I still see you because I am you and you are me. Both children exposed to lost innocence, nursed on streets of broken glass, and dwelling in buildings graffiti clad. We hustle, we survive, but we are afraid because we know within this brotherhood some will live and some will die. Not one rose given in life, but why do they cry when you die? Arm in arm, together we sang, some in tones slightly off key, yet striking a perfect pitch within, because lessons in blood could never be erased. Thank you. Little black girl in the beauty parlor, among the ladies of color, swapping recipes, talking gossip. She listening to grown folks' business, thinking she grown. So she walks to the front of the shop, puts her hands on her hips, holds her other hand up and out like she's stopping traffic. And she say, I ain't gonna be no woman that have to have a man. And if he wanna be with me, he got to have a plan. Mm-hmm. I know that's right. Sucks her teeth and rolls her eyes and swings her neck with attitude. Go ahead, little Miss Thing. Go ahead, little Miss Thing. Little black boy in the barber shop, among the men, speaking on sports and talking about women, with the scent of aftershave in the air. He's sitting there listening until he starts smelling himself, thinking he grown. So he walks to the front of the shop, sticks out his little bird chest like he holding up the sky he about to fly in, and he say, though my last name ain't King, I'm still gonna let freedom ring. And if the Liberty Bell is cracked, yo, I'm still gonna do my thing. Then he struts across the floor, giving fist pumps to every man in every chair along the way. Go ahead, little man, man. Go ahead, little man. But take your time, little children. We love you as you are. Take your time, little children. We love you as you are. Thank you.